What's up, guys? Miles back with another video. This is going to be a really informative video for you guys. I feel like this is going to be a really, to a degree, a life changer in a way. It's going to change your perspective in a way and make you look at life, look at the world, look at yourself in a different way. So before we get into it, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. On today's video, we're going to talk about how everything in society teaches you to go opposite of your intuition and instincts, right? It teaches you not to follow, your internal compass. It teaches you to follow. They teach you to follow what they want you to follow, right? Now I'm going to break down, some things that hinder you from doing this, right? And you don't even realize it, or some of you don't. You do realize it, but maybe you haven't heard somebody break it down to you, right? To confirm what you've been thinking. So, school and college, right? Or just in general, they teach you to conform, right? They teach you to follow what the teacher says, follow what the principal says, and if you don't follow what they say, you're a failure. You'll never amount to nothing, right? If you don't learn how to do social studies, you don't know how to do music, if you don't know how to do art class, you don't know how to pass mathematics, like if you don't know how to pass the reading portion of the class or your curriculum, like you're a failure and like you're worthless to society and you'll never amount to anything, right? How many times have certain people come up with certain creative ways of doing something, right? A different way of doing a mathematical problem, right? But they get shunned because they didn't do it how the teacher wanted to do it, right? How many times have you gotten in trouble because you said what was on your mind, or you said something that, you quote unquote shouldn't have said, but you got in trouble for it because they want you to conform, right? And they will punish you until you conform, right? This is what detention is. This is what juvie, all that stuff is, right? All that stuff is trying to get you to conform, right? To domesticate you. Now, I'm not saying you should go out and just be willy-nilly and be a tyrant to society, but majority of the time, these people are just automatons forcing you to do something a certain way so you can go work with somebody and be a part of somebody else's matrix, right? So school and college doesn't really teach you to think for yourself, to follow your own instincts. It teaches you to follow a guideline for you to go do something for somebody else. So work, right? Work has its same ways of making you conform, right? It has its rules, its policies, right? You can do your job a great way, but if you don't do it the exact way that they want you to do it, they will punish you. They will fire you. They will suspend you, right? Somebody in the workplace that says something disrespectful, and you're supposed to just let it slide. You're supposed to just let your manager slide. You're supposed to let your supervisor slide. You're not supposed to stand up for yourself and actually say what's on your mind, right? Because that's not the good thing to do. You're supposed to conform to society. You're supposed to conform to the workplace and just be an automaton and work for somebody, and don't ask questions and don't question the safety precautions of the job or anything like that. Just do what you're told and just do it as fast as you can, as hard as you can, and we'll pay you for it, right? That's how your job views you. They do not care about you personally. They do not care about your personal lives, right? They just want you to want you to come in, clock in, don't ask questions, don't ask anything about policy, or don't try to break the rules or say something out of order, because you will be punished, and we will punish you hard. We will make sure that you fall in line, or you won't be here anymore. You have to find somewhere to work and make a living. So your job, your school, is teaching you to conform, to go do something for somebody else. Next, the people around you. The people around you. Everything in society teaches you to go opposite of your intuition and instincts, right? And the people around you are your problem. Your environment is your problem. You know why they're a part of your problem? Is because they've conformed and they want you to conform to it as well, right? It was just saying in the Matrix, and I'm going to paraphrase it. I think I might screw it up a little bit, but in the Matrix, they're like, Morpheus said, he's like, people are so caught up in the Matrix that they'll actually defend it. They'll actually defend the dysfunction and make you conform, right? And that was the whole concept of that movie, or one of the concepts in that movie, right? Neo woke up to the real reality of what's going on out here in the world, but the rest of the people haven't woke up, and so they're going to try to force him to come back to the Matrix and conform to what they're doing, right? This is the fate of people that think for themselves, people that are instinctual. You are alienated. You are ostracized from society, right? Because you're not conforming. You're not doing what you're supposed to do, right? You're asking too many questions, right? You're looking out for yourself too much. You're not doing it the exact way that you're supposed to do it, right? And the people around you will alienate you from the social group because you're not doing something a certain way. Family will do this to you. Friends will do this to you, right? Just because they're caught up in the Matrix and they figure out that's how you're supposed to do stuff, they figure out that you're supposed to do it too, and they're going to shame you into doing it. That's not true freedom, right? So in conclusion, guys, to be a free thinker, to be somebody that wants to forge your own path in society, it's going to be a period in your life where it's just going to be just you, and you have to be okay with that, right? You can surround yourself. You can find a few people. It's only a few people out here that will actually have these same instincts and speak up and talk about it and want to do their own things, right? Some of you guys right here, you're like, I want to do my own stuff, and you picked up on what I've talked about, on what I'm talking about. You've actually seen the examples. You've seen what's going on out here, but you felt alone, and you felt like nobody was seeing the same stuff that you were seeing. You're not alone. You're seeing the same stuff just like everybody else is seeing, right? So you have to find people around you that think that same way, and you guys work together to beat this whole thing, right? Or you're gonna have to do it by yourself, right? Because it's a lot more people that want you to conform and that have conformed than there are people that want to do their own stuff, right? So that's my video. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. You guys have a good day, a good week. We out.